guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be starting a Project Pan series, which is going to be the first of many videos this year on my channel. So basically the premise of this type of project is where you select a number of products and then you either aim to hit pan on them, which is where you can see the metal part where they're actually pressed into, or to actually just finish the product up. And this basically works alongside my latest video where I said I'm on a total no buy for makeup for the rest of the year, which I've kind of just come to realise it's going to be so hard. But as an attempt to do that, I'm really focusing on specific products that are in my collection with the aim of either using them up or hitting pan, just so that I can actually use them, because so many of these products are products that I haven't used yet, and there are so many products in my collection that I haven't used because I'm very quick to jump on the hype of a product and forget about others that I previously bought. So I kind of just want to rewind a little bit and actually just really focus on why I bought a product in the first place. So I've whittled it down to 15 different products that I want to start this project on. I'm not too sure how many I'm going to get through throughout the year. I do use up, any products that aren't in here that I use up, I often upload to my Instagram stories, and I have like a highlight on Instagram that is just focused on my empties. I give them like a mini review, and then I'll also give them a star rating out of 5. So if you kind of want to just keep up with all of the empties, then be sure to follow me on Instagram. It's just @blondeamy. But this is kind of like a separate project to itself. So this is like the products that I really want to focus on. I'm going to tell you what the products are, and I'm going to tell you why they've kind of been added to this project. I've never done one before, so I didn't want to do too many and add in like 30 different products and it be completely overwhelming and not realistic. So I'm going to start with 15, and then when I do updates throughout the year, if I decide that I've already used one up and I want to replace it with something else, I'll obviously let you guys know. But I felt like 15 was quite a good place to start. I know a lot of people have done like 18 in 18 videos, which is basically they've chosen 18 products to use throughout the whole of 2018. I'm obviously a little bit too late for that, so I thought 15 would be a good ball mark, and then, you know, I can change it up, and hopefully by next year, when I do it again for 2019, I'll have more of an idea of how many is a realistic target to actually use in the year. So I'm going to stop rambling in this intro, and if you want to see what products I'm going to be using up in 2018, then just keep on watching. So I have 2 different kind of like priming products that I've added into the pan. I know a lot of people do one thing per category, but I'm almost certain that I will finish all of these 2 up. So the first one is the MAC Oil Control Cream. Now this is a product that is my holy grail, like moisturiser of the morning before I put primer on. So I do kind of use these separately, so it doesn't really matter that I've added 2 in. This is a product that I absolutely adore. I almost didn't want to add it to the project pan because I love it so much, and I know that I'll probably get through it quite quickly, but that was almost a bit kind of reverse thinking on my part, because if you love a product, then it's almost better to add it into a project pan, because you know that you're going to have the enthusiasm to wear it every day. Because when you're focusing on specific products and you're using them to finish them, you kind of need to like it. So the oil control cream is so good. If you are oily and you haven't tried this, I definitely recommend it. You can get them in the mini sizes if you want to try them first, and then buy the bigger one. I actually bought this in duty free, so it was actually a little bit cheaper, but I know I'm definitely going to get through this. I can't actually see how much of the product I've used because the packaging is opaque, but I will know when I finish this up. I have no worries that I will finish this up by the end of the year. In terms of like a foundation primer, I'm going to be using the Max Factor Facefinity All Day Primer, and this just says it extends the wear of foundation. Now this is a very new product to me. This and the foundation that I'm going to speak about in a moment are like my newest additions to my makeup collection, and so for that reason I kind of wanted to add it to the project to actually just use it up. I have some other primers that I can then go back to once I finish this, because I'm hoping that this will probably last a couple of months, but I'm sure that I get through primers relatively quickly. So I do want to use this one up. I've only used it once before, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge actually using it, because it is full to the top, but it's a primer, so I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. Like I said, I haven't tried it too much, it's only the one time, and so far so good. So I'm really excited to actually like properly try it out and get a real sense for the product instead of like going between this and something else all the time. So this is a Max Factor Facefinity All Day Primer. Really, really excited to use this. Now I've got 2 foundations added to my project pan. One of them is the Max Factor Facefinity 3-in-1 All Day Flawless Foundation. Now this kind of goes hand in hand with the primer, and this is what I bought them both from Superdrug when they were like 2 for £14. This was just before I decided to do my no buy. This is in the shade Warm Almond, and this is actually a perfect match for me at the moment. I really, really like it. Again, this is so new. I've only used it once, but so far I was like blown away by how good this was. So I wanted to ensure that there was a foundation in my collection that I knew that I loved. Having oily skin is just the bane of my life, and there's so many foundations in my collection that just don't work for my skin type. So I'm really excited to use this and then go from this to another one, and then really actually determine whether or not a foundation is good or not, because like I said, again, I jump in between products all the time. It's very difficult to actually think, oh, is it the foundation that's playing up or is it the primer? If I know that the primer works really well with the foundation and something else doesn't, then it's probably the foundation, if that makes any sense. But so far I'm really loving this, so I'm really excited to actually just use it all up. I've got another foundation in the mix. This is quite flat already. I feel like I've got about a third of the product left, because if I actually squeeze it, there is about that much left in, so it's about a third of this. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Full Coverage Foundation, and I don't love this at all, so I kind of just want to use it up to get it out of my stash. And yeah, I thought it was going to be really good. I didn't want to not use it and not use it up, because I paid quite a lot of money from this because I didn't realise that Tarte delivered to the UK. So I ordered this from QVC and it was quite expensive, and there's not enough in here to qualify giving it to someone else. So I'm going to try and use it up, but I don't love it at all. I might mix this with the Max Factor one just to make it a little bit more wearable. I just found it too cakey. But I just want to finish it because I just want it out. And yeah, so project pan is a really good idea when you have products that you do just want to use up and get out of your collection. So that's why I'm adding this one in. So going along the lines of having 2 foundations, I have also got 2 concealers, but I do use the 2 concealers for 2 different things. So I'm kind of allowing myself that. The first one is this MAC Studio Finish Concealer. Now this is in the shade NW20, and I bought this because it has more of a like pinkish salmon undertone, which is really good for kind of colour correcting my dark circles or any discoloration on my face. So that's the reason why I bought this, but this has again been one of those concealers that I've had in my collection for, I mean, I got it last year, but probably like mid last year, so it's kind of been in my collection for about 7-8 months, and I've not really kind of used it very much. There is a very small dent in the product, but not enough at all. So I kind of just want to use this one up because again, it was quite an expensive concealer, and I have like drugstore ones that I tend to use more often over this. So I kind of wanted to add this in just to actually give it the love it deserves. In terms of concealers, I've added in the newly released Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I have 2 of these in my collection, and I just want to use both of them up. There's not a lot of product. It's 3.4 millilitres, so I have no problem thinking that I'll finish that. I know that I love it. I know it's such a fail-safe concealer. Really impressed with it, and because I bought into the hype and I bought 2 of them, I feel like I should at least allow myself to use them up. So that's the reason why that's added in. I've got 2 kind of contoury products. Well, one's more of a bronzer, but I do also use it for contouring, and I have like a cream-based contour as well. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the Rimmel London Insta Duo Contour Stick. Now I've used quite a bit of this. I feel like I've got probably about 2/3 of the product left to use up. I do really like this product in terms of actually carving out my cheeks and adding a base for like powder contour. So I really want to use that up. I also have on the other side like a cream based highlighter, and I haven't used this at all. It's a really nice colour though, so I don't know why I haven't been using it, but I'm definitely going to make sure that I do kind of going forward. And again, this will be a really nice base for additional highlighter that I put on top. So I just want to use this product up. I love it so far. Like when I've used it, I've really enjoyed it, but I just don't give it enough love. So I do just want to finish that up. It will be very easy to see my progress as well. So I'll keep you guys updated how far I get with this one. For my like bronzer slash like powder contour, I do often use this for contour, and it's what I'm using today just to carve out everything, and I just love the definition it adds. This is the Hoola Benefit bronzer. This is the original one. I did a video not that long ago comparing the original Hoola to the Hoola Light. Because the original Hoola has been in my collection for too long, I think, I kind of just want to use this up. I know it's a powder product, so it probably won't go bad as quickly as cream products, but I'd rather just use it up and then I can move on to the Hoola Light, which I do prefer, but this one still works really nicely. There's no reason why I shouldn't use it, so I just want to like really hit pan on this. This is a product that I'm almost most worried about using because I just cannot see myself hitting pan on it, but it's quite a good challenge to add. This is the blush by MAC called Blush Baby, and I've had this in my collection for so long. Again, this was the first MAC blush that I ever purchased, and it's such a gorgeous like light pink shade. I'm not too sure if you can see my hand there, but it is really lovely and buildable, so you can add like a little bit and then build it up. But that said, I only use like the smallest amount of blush ever, so I don't know if I will actually ever hit pan on this, but I'm going to see it as a bit of a challenge. I think if I use this daily for like the rest of the year, then I'll at least see a bit of a dent, and hopefully I'll see pans. I'm adding in this highlighter, and like this is the holy grail OG highlighter that I feel like everyone had in their collection at some point. This is the Mary Luminizer, and as you can probably tell, I have already hit pan on it, so I know it's kind of cheating a little bit, but my aim is to actually finish this up in the year. I have so many highlighters in my collection, and I love this to the point that I hit pan. Like I use this religiously, and then I moved on to other highlighters, and then I've just never gone back to this one, despite the fact that I love like the colour, I love the finish, and I love how dramatic it looks. So I do really want to give this more love, and that's kind of the aim by adding it in this project, to actually just use it up and remember why I loved it. Now I have two brow products. One of them is the Freedom Makeup, and this is in the shade, this is like the dip brow pomade, like the dupe of the Anastasia ones, and this is in the shade Taupe. Now the reason why I want to use this one up in 2018 is that they don't make this colour anymore, which I don't know why, because it's like the best colour, and I swear we need to get a petition to actually get them to make it again, but they've discontinued it and they've discontinued the colour, so I kind of just want to use it up so I don't mention it in videos and then people not be able to actually pick it up themselves. And the fact that I've had this in my collection for a little while, I've already kind of added Inglot Duraline into it to make it more creamy, so I guess that's a sign that I should probably use it up. I have used quite a lot of it already. I feel like I've used about half, so I'm hoping that by using this every day I'll actually get through it. And I've added in this eyebrow product as well. This is the Benefit Gimme Brown. Now I have two. I'm not too sure. I feel like I'm going to try and use the deluxe sample one that I got free with like a magazine, and I also then went on to buy it in full size because I really like this one, and this is very much like a fibre mascara for your eyebrows. So I love using the Freedom pomade kind of in the tail and the 2/3 going out of my eyebrow, and then I use this really to fluff up the front bit and just make it all a little bit more blended. So I actually forgot to mention my face powder of choice, and I've only put one in. I was very tempted to add in the RCMA No Colour powder because I actually finished one of those up not that long ago, and I repurchased another last year because when I knew that I was coming to an end, I didn't want to be without it. But I've actually opted to add in the Hourglass Ambient Light powder. This is in the shade Diffused Light, and it's a very lovely like pale yellow toned powder, and I've kind of had a bit of a dip into this product. I mean, I do use it quite liberally whenever I use it, so I'm hoping that it shouldn't be too hard to finish. I have two final products to share with you, and one of them is a lipstick, and this is in the shade Velvet Teddy. This is the one that I'm wearing today. This is obviously a MAC lipstick, and as you can probably tell, this gets a lot of love already. I feel like I'm not going to struggle to finish this off in the year, but I've never actually finished a MAC lipstick before, so I just kind of wanted to add in a MAC one into this project because I have about 13 different MAC lipsticks, which is ridiculous, and I only seem to use the same few. So I just kind of want to use this up just to have it out, so it forces me to focus on other lipsticks, especially as soon as this does go, I can't replace it this year. So that's Yame. I've added in Velvet Teddy. I feel like I'm not going to have any struggles to use this daily, and I feel like this is such a universal colour that kind of goes with everything, no matter what you're wearing, no matter your eye look. So I feel like this is a great one to start, and then once I finish this, I kind of want to add in another one in the later part of the year, and it'll be good to get 2 lipsticks out of the way, but for now I definitely want to use this one up, and then I'll focus on something else after. And last but by certainly not least, this is the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray. Now if you watch my Black Friday haul video, you'd have seen that I picked this one up for like 30% off. I had heard so many amazing reviews about this setting spray, especially for people with oily skin. I've used a little bit of it. I got this in November last year and I have used a little bit. I don't love it though. The smell just smells so alcoholic. It was meant to be like a watermelon flavour, but it just reeks of like vodka. So I'm not crazy about the smell, and that always deters me from using things that if they don't smell nice, I don't tend to actually use them. So I kind of just want to use this one up. It works really nicely once it's on the skin and once the smell's gone. I feel like it does lock in my foundation and it helps the longevity of it, but not like considerably, if you know what I mean. So that's why I kind of just want to focus on this and get it out of my collection. I've used quite a bit of it, but I feel like I can use this daily and probably use it up quite quickly. So yeah, I'll definitely update you on the progress. I don't know whether to actually just use a bit of a like pen marker and mark where we are at the moment, and then I can show you the progression. But yeah, I really wanted to love this product. I really did, and when I bought it I had heard so many great things, so I really wanted to love it, but it just reeks so bad that I just want to use it up. And I've had so many different setting sprays that I've used and I've loved, and this just isn't my favourite, so I'll probably just get rid of this one. And then I've got a few others like Max Fix Plus, and I've also got like a Rimmel London one. So once this one's over, I go back to those ones, and I definitely prefer those ones. So yeah, that's why I've added this one in. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing what I've added to my project pan. I'm really excited to actually begin this. Like I said, this is totally new to me, so if you've ever done project pan before, do let me know what your experience was like in the comments, or share any videos or anything like that that you have or that you love, because I kind of love the community feel of project pan. I've watched so many videos kind of being inspired to do it myself, so it'd be great to hear your experiences, or if there's any products here that you think will be a struggle to pan, again, do let me know. But yeah, I'm really excited. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know how often you want updates, because I'm thinking of doing them like either every 3 months if I think that there's enough progress to show you. If not, like I'll do one in the middle of the year, and then I'll do a sum up and a finale at the end. So just kind of let me know what you'd rather. But yeah, I'm really excited to try and do this. My aim is to really streamline my makeup collection. I have far too much makeup. I know this. One person does not need this much makeup. So this is basically my attempt to really bring in my makeup collection. And then by using products daily and the same products all the time, I'm hoping that that will actually give me a feeling of whether I adore a product or whether I don't want to repurchase it. You kind of get to know that very quickly. So that's the plan. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.